Hi boys and girls, and happy Thursday. So today your read aloud is Sophie's Window by Holly Keller. The sky is so big, Caruso said. Do I have to do it today? No, Mama said, but you'll have to do it soon. Don't think so much about it, said Papa. But Caruso couldn't stop thinking about flying. What if he got lost in a cloud? What if he got tired and fell splat? Maybe tomorrow, said Mama. Maybe tomorrow, said Papa. Maybe tomorrow, said Caruso. That night, there were no stars in the sky. The wind whipped around the rooftops and whistled between the buildings. It woke Caruso. He hopped down from the shed. Suddenly, a big gust howled across the roof and curled around him. Help! Caruso shouted, but nobody could hear him. Caruso went up and up and up, then whoosh, he went down, down, down. When he landed, he didn't know where he was. In the morning, big black eyes were looking at him. Hello, the dog said. I'm Sophie. Caruso thought Sophie looked friendly, but he couldn't be sure. I'm Caruso, he said in a very soft voice. Make yourself comfortable, said Sophie. It is a very nice day. Thank you, said Caruso, but I want to go home. He pointed to a yellow building with a small shed on its top. There it is, he said. That's where I live. Well, maybe I'll see you another time, said Sophie. And she pulled her nose inside. Wait, said Caruso, I can't fly. Then how'd you get here? Sophie asked. Caruso told her about the wind. Maybe I could just give you a little push, Sophie suggested. Oh no, said Caruso. Sophie, breakfast. Sophie's ears perked up. This is a dilemma, she said. Good luck, Caruso, and she disappeared. I see you're still here, said Sophie. When she finally came back, she gave Caruso a piece of toast. We'll have to think of something to do with you, she said, because you certainly can't stay. Caruso sighed. I suppose I can take you home, said Sophie. How will you find it? Caruso asked. A dog knows the streets, Sophie said. A bird is supposed to know the sky, Caruso said, but I'm not sure if I ever will. Sophie thought for a minute. Of course you will, she said, but in the meantime, follow me. Caruso hopped down the steps, one at a time. He tried to keep up, but he was much slower than Sophie. When Caruso finally reached the sidewalk, Sophie had disappeared from sight. This isn't going to work, she said, reappearing from behind a trash can. We'll never get you home at this rate. Sophie lay down on the sidewalk, and Caruso hopped onto her back. His heart was beating fast. Sophie went up and down curbs and around corners. She went into a building and through a gate, which was quickly closed behind them. Caruso heard a clank and a screech. He felt his stomach lurch. Then the gate opened again. Sophie bumped Caruso off her back and gave him a push. Last stop, she said. In a minute, Caruso was surrounded by Mama and Papa. He tried to explain what had happened. When he got to the part about Sophie, he turned to find her, but Sophie was gone. Days and nights went by, and Caruso couldn't stop thinking about Sophie. What if he never saw her again? One morning, Caruso opened his eyes and knew that he was going to do it. He climbed up into the top of the shed, stood on the tips of his feet, and flapped his wings. Nothing happened. He flapped harder, then harder, and faster, and harder, and he was flying. Sophie barked happily when she saw him. I knew you would come, she said. They talked and played together all day. Will you come back tomorrow? Sophie asked when it was time for Caruso to go home. I will, Caruso promised, and Sophie watched until he was just a small speck in the sky. I hope you enjoyed that book today, guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day.